you may be seeing Chico Hills come to the NBA sooner than you think, and LeVar Ball is going to add his final infinity stone to his hand of all his predictions that have came true with his Suns. If you look at the situation what's going on with the New Orleans Pelicans, Lonzo Ball, we know that Lonzo Ball is going to be a restricted free agent next year. That means the New Orleans Pelicans can match any offer that is given to Lonzo Ball. It's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be a lot of suitors for Lonzo Ball and his talent. And we don't know what the New Orleans Pelicans are going to do because, they drafted Carl Lewis in the first round, a point guard out of Alabama. They went out and they traded for Eric Bledsoe, and then they gave Steven Adams a extension as well. So, and then they maxed out Brandon Ingram this past summer, past free agency as well. So it's just kind of like, are they going to want to give Lonzo Ball what he wants? That's the biggest question mark that Lonzo Ball has, and that's the biggest question mark that the New Orleans Pelicans have. And, right now we're seeing all these reports about that the New Orleans Pelicans are trying to find the right fit next to, Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. But to me, they have the right pieces. I think Lonzo Ball has shown this year he's improved every season. He's been in the NBA shooting 40% from the three-point line this year. He's worked on his mechanics of his shot, and he's really taken his game to the next level. And he's playing even off the ball this season with the New Orleans Pelicans, even though he's better being a more sort of facilitator, but he's showing the ability that he can score and play off the ball, which is a skill as well that many did not see Lonzo Ball having. Everybody talked about when he came out of college, he's a real true point guard. He needed the ball in his hands, but he's shown that ability to play off the ball. But it seems like the Pelicans we don't know, but it seems like the Pelicans would, possibly not match a contract offer for Lonzo Ball. And it's a very dicey situation because if you ask anybody that kind of really sees Lonzo Ball play and sees Zion Williamson play and Brandon Ingram, you would want to keep that trio together. But it's just like a lot of moves that the New Orleans Pelicans kind of made this past year didn't really make sense with the Eric Bledsoe trade, and also with, adding 2 more years on a contract extension for Steven Adams. And the 2 players that don't really fit Zion is not Lonzo Ball and Josh Hart like everybody wants to be reported in the media, but it's really Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams. So, and I'm saying if you are the Charlotte Hornets and you're Michael Jordan, and if LaMelo Ball and Lonzo Ball want to play together, as much as LeVar Ball has always been saying that he wants his boys on the same team because, these guys are grown men. They have their own aspirations for their careers. They may not want to play with each other, but they had a lot of success playing with each other in high school. So I'm sure, being brothers, that being on the same team, and they complement each other very well. Lonzo Ball can do everything on the basketball court: rebound, score, pass, run in transition, and he can do everything except be your engine. And then you have LaMelo Ball, who can be that engine, that offensive superstar, creative type of player. And he's shown potential that he has potential to be someday a superstar in this league. He can handle, he can shoot, he can score, he can pass, run in transition. So they play well together. They're, they fit. Everybody was talking about they're the same type of player, playmakers and stuff like that. Yeah, they can both are excellent passers and facilitators, but Lonzo Ball is more so of the do everything type of player. And then you got your offensive creator that can score at will, that can pass, that can help get his teammates involved. So the way they run their teams is the same in a sense, but they just do it in different ways. And that's why they will complement each other very, very well. And that's why I say Chico Hills can be in the NBA a little sooner rather than later if things doesn't turn out to plan with Lonzo Ball getting the contract that he wants with the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a very dicey situation with the New Orleans Pelicans. They're kind of playing with fire because in 5 or 6 years, you're going to the same thing that's going to happen with Anthony Davis. It's going to happen with Zion Williamson. If this team is not a constant playoff contender, if this team is not winning playoff games or going to the playoffs and stuff like that, Zion will leave. It's already a small market team, and the way they run their organization, they run it like we got to worry about the luxury tax. Do we want to re-up Lonzo Ball? It shouldn't even be a question. Why wouldn't you want to re-up Lonzo Ball? You have Brandon Ingram, Zion Williams. They all fit well next to each other, even Josh Hart. But it's just kind of like the New Orleans Pelicans, it seems like they're going to be trying to make a decision of probably not signing Josh Hart, not signing Lonzo Ball because they have Eric Bledsoe and they drafted a point guard out of Alabama. And then they re-upped to Steven Adams. So they already made some questionable moves. So it may be better suited if Lonzo Ball got out of that situation and go to a different team, and that team possibly can be playing with his brother, with the Charlotte Hornets, because they're going to have enough cap space, and then everybody's going to talk about Terry Rozier. They got Malik Monk. One of those two players will be gone. Maybe P.J. Washington. Maybe you flip Terry Rozier, P.J. Washington for a player, maybe a big man, a hybrid big or something like that. Who knows what's going to happen? But Terry Rozier will have 1 year left on his contract. So it will work out because the Charlotte Hornets have the cap space, and then they can kind of use some of their trade assets in Terry Rozier, maybe P.J. Washington, maybe Malik Monk, or keep Malik Monk or Terry Rozier, because one of them can play the six-man role coming off the bench, probably Malik Monk more so than Terry Rozier. So it's a possibility that we could be seeing LaMelo Ball and Lonzo Ball in the same uniform sooner rather than later, depending on what happens in this situation with the New Orleans Pelicans and Lonzo Ball. And it may not just be the Charlotte Hornets. It's going to be, like I said, several teams are going to be interested. The New York Knicks should be trying to get Lonzo Ball. He would be a perfect fit for their team. Even the Miami Heat should be trying to get Lonzo Ball as well. He would be the perfect point guard for that organization. So we don't know what's going to happen, but all I'm saying is it would be nice and it would be really cool, and it could possibly happen if we see both the Ball brothers in the same uniform in Charlotte. Michael Jordan, if LaMelo and Lonzo have interest, Michael Jordan, you should definitely pursue that and try to make that call and make those moves and getting those two on the same team, because once again, both of their games complement each other very, very well.